Hello again. This is a short video covering my fabrication of a custom spare tire carrier for our Harbor Freight 4x8 trailer. Like the tongue jack, the Harbor Freight spare tire carrier is designed to fit as many applications as possible, but that adaptability comes with the same cluttered appearance. I considered a solution similar to that of my tongue jack mount, but I wanted the spare tire to be less conspicuous. Taking a cue from automotive tire carriers, I looked through my scrap metal and spare hardware and came up with this design. I headed to the garage and was able to rework or repurpose the following parts. I had saved the guide rail from our old garage door opener, which was made from 1/8 inch by 1 1/4 inch T-bar, so I used it to make this longer cross member, this shorter support, and this piece, which I also coated on each end with Plastidip. I also saved the unused angle struts from the new garage door opener, so I used one to make this. Next, I fabricated these two brackets from 1/8 inch by 1 1/4 inch angle stock. Since I saved the motor from the old opener, I was able to reuse this bronze flange bushing and this set screw collar. I was also able to use 2 bolts left over from the trailer assembly, and some 5/16 hex bolts and nylocks from my hardware bins. For the rest, I headed to Ace Hardware. That included 3 feet of 3/16 non-coated steel cable, 2 ferrules, 2 stops, and 2 thimbles. I needed 2 1/4 inch hex bolts with shoulders and a 1/4 inch eye bolt, plus 4 1/4 inch flathead bolts and 7 1/4 inch nylocks. Then I picked up a 1/2 inch by 1.5 inch hex bolt with shoulder, 3 feet of 1/2 inch all thread, plus 2 1/2 inch coupler nuts. I also needed 2 1/2 inch nylon washers and 1 1/2 inch metal washer. While there, I found an 1 1/4 inch sliding glass door wheel that fits a 1/4 inch shaft. It was perfect since it runs on a sealed bearing for smooth operation and durability, and had the proper groove for the cable. Rounding out the hardware is a 1/4 inch clevis pin for the pulley wheel and 3 cotter pins. The only metal stock I needed to purchase was a piece of 1x2 1/8 inch wall steel tubing. Here's a closer look at the angle brackets that hold the all thread and the pulley wheel. And here's the other end. The all thread is connected to the crank bolt using one of the coupler nuts. To prevent it from coming apart, I drilled through both ends of the nut and the bolt and rod, then secured them with cotter pins. I enlarged one of the stake pocket holes and installed the 1/2 inch bolt using the nylon washers to prevent paint damage. The carriage is made from the 1x2 tubing. I flattened opposite sides of the other coupler nut by grinding off the points, then placed it horizontally inside the carriage. The nut rests on the 2 lower bolts, with the eye bolt above holding it captive inside the tube. I also cut a slot in the top of the carriage so the angle strut can act as a guide rail and prevent it from rotating on the all thread. This is how it works. For the video, I'm using a drill, but for roadside use, we keep a 1/2 inch drive speed wrench in the car and a 3/4 impact socket for the trailer lug nuts and spare tire carrier. As you can see, the tire is quite secure. It's also just as easy to lower. By using scrap materials, the cost of my custom carrier was no more than the Harbor Freight bracket. Had I purchased all the materials, it still would have cost the same or less than many other brands of clamp-on brackets, and much less than bulky, off-the-shelf winch-style carriers. That'll do it for now. I hope you found this video informative, and if you have any questions or comments, post them below. Thanks for watching.